Hi, I'm Kristin Davis, and I want to know, are you a Charlotte? Hi, everybody. Welcome to Are You a Charlotte? I am back with the incredible, knowledgeable, brilliant Lena Waithe for part 2 of Are You a Charlotte? Rewatching No Ifs, Ands, or Buts. All right, now we have not talked about all the different things. Let's talk a little bit more because, we like to talk about the macro here. I love that about you. But I wanted to get your point of view on Aiden and Carrie, but Aiden especially because obviously at the time that Aiden showed up, he was like the anti-big.
Yes.
Right?
Very much
and when I
so.
see his little baby face.
I know, his little cheeks.
Oh my God.
His hair.
I mean, just so adorable. And he was always wearing what he wanted. I just want to go on record about this because people really criticized what he wore and just like that. And I was at his fitting. I had pulled out some things. I had a fitting right before him. And they were like, John is coming. I was like, oh, these clothes are beautiful. So I pulled out all the beautiful things. And I put them together like I was picking outfits for Corbett, right? And he got there and he was like, no. And I was like, okay, all right, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Right. And I left Molly with him. And he wanted that narrow jacket thing. That's what he wanted to wear, right? And then everybody was like, why did Molly Rogers put him in that? She did not put him in that, right? Like when he was wearing the double jean in the beginning, that is Corbett,
Canadian suit, yeah.
Right? With the rings.
Yeah,
this is
the
Corbett.
turquoise.
This is Corbett, right? No one put that on him.
Well, they're trying to, he is supposed to be like, is he like a Midwestern type guy?
Does he ever say? I mean, it doesn't say right
maybe
away.
He doesn't say where he's from.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't say that.
I don't know, because remember he had been on Northern Exposure.
Okay.
Before. That was how
I
we
know
knew
Northern
him.
Exposure. I remember that show. I mean, what I liked was the voiceover is that he's very all-American.
Right.
So he's also something a bit out of a Ralph Lauren ad,
Definitely.
If you think about it, they're wearing the denim on denim and the turquoise jewelry as well.
And he's got his longer hair.
Yeah, they got the dog.
He's a little baby face and the dog who wants to hump Carrie's leg. I had forgotten all about this. And he makes furniture.
He literally makes furniture.
Which is so dreamy.
A chair that lives in the show long past him.
Forever.
Yeah.
I had forgotten all of this.
His chair survives him. I think, I think I love the introduction of that character. I love how they introduce him.
It was good.
I love that she says she has a crush. I love that she has to, there's always going to be a conflict. So I love that she has to choose between him and cigarettes. And I even Googled it. I said, how addictive are cigarettes? And I just Googled it because I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke cigarettes.
Me neither, yeah.
But I said, how addictive are they? Like, I mean, yeah, they're as addictive as heroin and all other kind of hard drugs. So you really feel for her, trying to figure that out.
She's all jittery and everything.
Right. But what I do appreciate is that she's willing to say, you know what? And I love the girls too are like, we all hate it. We all hate that you smoke.
I like that scene. I like that scene a lot. I forgot about that. Where we're like, he's right.
Yeah, like we put up with it because we love you.
Like that's so rare.
Yeah.
That we're like some guy we've never met. We're like, yes, you should listen to him.
Well, but it's not even listen. It's more about, it's not a great habit.
No, it's bad for you.
It's tough. And
Absolutely.
so I thought that's what's so great about that argument is, because you can say, oh, he's being controlling. And then so I can say, or he's trying to say, yo, it's not healthy.
Definitely. Absolutely. I mean, I feel
and also, if anybody's ever kissed somebody who just smoked a cigarette.
I'm with you.
That's
what's so funny to me when she gets the cigarette out and he goes, oh, we have a problem. And then she's like, what? She thinks it's about that she lied that she was a designer, right? To get the discount on the chair, but it's not. It's the cigarette. And he goes, I can't date a smoker. And then she's like, oh, I'll just put it away. She turns her back. Then she turns back to him. She's taking a puff. And then he kisses her. And then he goes, and it doesn't even occur to her
that she took a puff.
And I think some of that is the 90s New York. Like everybody was just smoking.
Right.
It was just like when you see the first season and she goes to that book party of the Justin, what's his name? Thank You Thoreau's character, like he plays two writers. Do you remember this?
Yes.
That he played two different writers. His first writer's like kind of a ick, like now I'm going to say name, but I shouldn't say name. He's like one of those like, super cool young guy writers. And everyone at that party is smoking. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
It was, and like on our set, everybody would smoke. So we'd be in that small, like the soundstage at Silver Cup, I feel like the ceiling was this low. And like our first AD would smoke like a chimney. Sarah Jessica was smoking. There was just a cloud of smoke. Do you know what I mean?
Sheesh.
Like all night long. You're just in there. You would be like, I got to go outside to breathe.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Throwback.
It was a lot. I know. I just want to talk about Aiden some more.
Okay.
I don't know what to make of Aiden when I look back.
Oh, I think Aiden is actually quite old-fashioned.
Mm-hmm. In a good way?
Yeah, I mean, I think in many ways. I don't know if it's good or bad. You know, but I think, and obviously I started, it's Netflix, so the next episode begins and, you know, you just kind of let it roll a little bit.
Yes.
But I do love the episode where he waits to have sex with Carrie.
I've forgotten about that.
Yeah. And
Very interesting.
And she's a little like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And I think that to me, again, what's cool about Sex and the City is that, you know, that's why I don't get too concerned about the politics around certain things, because it's more about how do I age with the show rather than how does the show age.
Interesting.
Because for me, you know, in my early 40s now and watching a character say, you know what, I want to hold off on like just jumping into bed right away. I want to really continue to get to know you. I want to make sure we have a foundation. That's something now that you can look at and go, oh, I relate to this. I understand the idea of not centering sex in a relationship.
Yeah.
And it shows his maturity in that he's like, look, I've done we have sex early and it hasn't quite worked out.
Good point.
And so he's like, I want this to work. And
That's
I love
so
that
nice.
she is like, now I'm like nervous to have sex because there's an investment.
Definitely.
And I just sort of think that, and also, you know, well, I'm talking about Aiden later too, like when there's a breakup, obviously, and then he comes back and there's a willingness to forgive. There's a willingness to keep trying. But I also think, because look, I'm childless by choice. And I think Aiden was very determined to be a father. And we see how that choice affects his life later with Carrie.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be frustrating because you're like, okay, bruh, your kids are practically grown, like they're their own people. How much micromanaging do you need to do? Again, you have to have conflict at the TV show. I'm not complaining.
Right.
But I do think there's this idea, if he hadn't been so concerned with being a father, he might have been able to be a better partner and a
For sure.
more, you know, free version of himself.
That's so interesting. I like that so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna now that I'm back in the old Aiden, right?
Yeah, I know. We're early Aiden, early
Early
aughts.
Aiden with that little baby face of his is so adorable, and he is so different, and the just the energy that he brings is so different. Just Corbett himself. You know?
Yeah.
It's a very it's specific and interestingly different.
Yeah, he's a bit of a hippie and, you know,
but
free
also,
spirit.
He's got a strength.
Very grounded.
Yeah.
Very comfortable in his skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is so nice
for
her.
Oh,
I feel.
absolutely. I love that he wants her to meet his parents. And she's all like, what?
Right.
You know, so it's that thing of, I love how he's offering, obviously, everything Big didn't. And what I really appreciate about the difference between the two is that Big is who women want. Aiden's almost like the person you need.
Definitely.
And so because Aiden's concerned about her health.
Right.
Big is like, I smoke too.
Definitely.
Big's like, I'm not really trying to commit. And she's like, well, that's frustrating. And Aiden's like, how about I buy the apartment next to us so we can break down that wall and make this our home?
Right.
And she's like, what? You know, so it does kind of push, you know, Carrie or a woman to ask themselves, wait a minute, what do I actually want?
Right.
Because the thing I said I want, I'm now getting.
It's here, right?
And I'm like running from it.
Right.
And that is something I'm so fascinated by.
Me too, and it's so real.
It's so real.
So real.
Because she literally is having a panic attack with the wedding gown, with him coming through the wall, and it's like she can't, you know, keep a track of his dog for enough time. And so
that's such a good episode.
It's just sort of like Carrie, and I think it's interesting because it's a question I ask in my work on the page and also in life a lot is, what do you actually want? And I think, you know, in life, in a relationship, in your career, and I think people are almost afraid to say it out loud because then you can't unsay it. That's true. And once you've put it out there, and also you have to ask yourself, is this what I want? Or is this what I've been taught to want? Right. Is this what my parents want? Right. Or is this what society is telling me I should want? Right. Is this what my friends want? Yeah. Or is this what I actually want? Yeah. And I think we as individuals have to really decipher what is what. Right. Because you've been fed something your whole life, particularly if you're a woman, particularly if you're of a certain class, if you're a woman of color, because a lot of times you're raised to be straight, you're raised to be of a certain religion, you're raised to make money, you're raised to be successful. Yes. And we don't even have our own definitions of what success is. Mean? Yeah. What is success? Yeah. And that's why I even say it goes back to like, how did we handle this? I'm like, you handled it the best way you could at the time.
I mean, that's true. That's true. I guess for me, I because I'm in it, right? I was in it then, and I always want us to. I guess sometimes when I watch it, I'm like, wow, it's so great and it's so much better than I remembered. Sometimes I feel that, right? Which is, of course, so rewarding and amazing. And then sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I know the idea maybe, but I don't know exactly how that got fleshed out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, as a person who's on the other side of it, where we're writing, a lot of times we're under in terms of like, who knows what kind of stress.
So stressed.
Or an actor can't do a thing,
no,
or
that's true.
The network wants something, and we're trying to do this, and we have to do it quickly. We have to lose a scene, and and oftentimes with TV, people don't realize it's quick. Like you have to hurry up and turn the script around,
it's
and you
true.
have to get it out.
Especially this third season, we did like 20 something or whatever, and we were, it was like the kind of the end of that era in a way. You know, like I don't think after that we ever did that many. I think we did a lot fourth season, but not that many. And I think HBO very rarely said that much to us. So it wasn't so much that, though I know obviously normally you do have notes and different things, right? But I think also, and I'm curious your thoughts on this, the way that we're living now, the way that we're able to immediately critique everything online, and everything is kind of like,
open season
and compounded, right? So like if someone starts complaining about something, everyone kind of jumps on that bandwagon in a way where they somehow feel community with each other. Mob mentality community. Right. What do you make of that in terms of what we do for a living?
Well, I think here's the deal. As artists, if a mob isn't chasing you, you're not doing your job.
Wow. Love it. I'm going to try to remember this.
Art isn't meant to be kind or to coddle.
It's a good point.
Or to make people feel comfortable.
That's a good point.
A lot of the art that has changed me or has pushed me to want to be a better artist often comes in very uncomfortable, uneasy packages. And there's no right or wrong way to handle sensitive content or material. I think the real test is not where a piece of art sits right now, but how we examine it 10 years from now or 20 years from now.
Right.
And I think the reason why you can do a podcast about the show is because it's still relevant.
Absolutely. It's such a gift. It's amazing. It's amazing. But who knew then? We didn't really know.
Because that's how it goes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
love what you said too. You said, when Carrie wound up with Big, people were outraged.
Right.
And when she wound up alone, people were
outraged. It's so true. It's so true.
So the truth is, an artist has to do what feels right to them in that moment.
Right. I mean, the kissing, all I remember is this. It was Nicole Holofcener. Do you know her?
I mean, I know of her, yes.
Yeah, she would come. I don't know how we got her to do so many episodes because she was always trying to do her own films, right?
I mean, she's a great filmmaker, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But we would just steal her in between. And she was so funny and kind of light about it all, but also sometimes she would just give crazy direction. And I remember her telling that guy, whose name I could never remember, we would run into him and Cynthia would be, there's that guy.
Gosh.
And I'd be like, which one? She'd be like, the one who licked your face. He's over there. And I'd be like, oh my God, what's his name? We could look up his name right now. But I just remember standing, that was before I married Kyle, so I hadn't moved to Park Avenue. So I'm actually on Central Park West at an apartment building that I actually looked for an apartment in, not realizing it was Charlotte's apartment building.
Whoa, this is very meta.
So meta. And I was like, oh God, I can't live here.
It's too much.
Too much. If I was just going to work out the door with that frilly ironwork.
Oh my
I was like, this door looks familiar. And they were like, yeah, you filmed it.
Yeah, this was the door
so sorry.
that you had a bad kiss
to
at.
leave.
Yeah.
And a number of other things, I think, like other men have been standing at that door with me. I was prolific in the beginning.
Yeah, you were.
Charlotte was out there, man.
Trying to find the husband.
I know. And just sampling all kind of different people. So wait, Brad the bad? Yeah, Ross Gibby. His name was Ross Gibby.
Say in real life, he's like, I'm not that bad.
I'm sure he's
acting.
Nicole was
acting.
like just like liquor, and I would just be like, But
it works though. It works.
It was hard to watch it.
It works.
Does it?
Yeah, because you're like, yeah, man, that's bad.
It was bad. And
then when I tried to coach
him,
you need the coaching though. I thought was nice because you were always trying.
I liked it.
You were really trying to get the guys to.
I was like, just
come on, let me help.
Yeah, just
I like that though. I like that you're not giving up on the guys like straight away.
No, I agree.
And the girls are like, dump them, let them go. You're like, hold on,
over
let me
that
see.
Kiss, because he does seem really nice. We never see him other than when he's licking my face. But previous to that, in real life, there's a guy. And he had a prominent chin, and I have a prominent chin, and I had gone to work with like a rug burn on my chin.
Wow!
You know when you just really kissed a lot.
Okay, I've never had rug burn on my chin though.
Good point.
Okay,
but you know when you've kissed a lot, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and it's fun.
Yeah,
for sure. It was like that, but I had like a scrape on my chin, like a kid would get if they fell down.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was fun. It was worth it. But then it was bad at work. You know what I mean? To the point where I think they had to go in post and fix it.
Really?
Yeah. There was
what season was this?
It was, it's the really embarrassing, it's second season. It's when the old man, the sex, Charlotte has a guy who falls asleep while she's having sex with him, and so she gets the girls to go with her to a workshop given by this older lady who demonstrates on her husband.
Right, and then that's when
that episode I had like a scab on my chin.
Wow.
And I sit in the episode like this.
Oh, see?
So then Michael Patrick had me sit in the coffee shop of the kissing with my... You don't see it for the longest time. So I'm listening. And then I take my hand out and they're like...
Wow.
It was him writing in something from life, which is bad behavior on his part.
I mean, I do it too.
Do you?
Everything is copy. Come on. We all descendants of Nora Ephron. We just want to put it all in there. That is the goal.
So embarrassing.
Real life is better than fiction.
That's true. Sometimes it is. But it's so embarrassing when you have to play something that was your own thing, which another time that happened, I did a play about people wrongfully convicted and put on death row.
Wow.
And it was all based on true stories. And we were downtown off Broadway. And this interviewer came down to interview me for the New York Times. I was so excited, right? And they take your picture like they're not a photo shoot, like while you're rehearsing, right? And when that piece came out in the New York Times, there was like a smudge on my upper lip, and it looked like a Hitler little mustache. So Michael Patrick wrote it in for my engagement pictures. Do you remember this?
Whoa!
Where I like opened the paper and I'm like,
oh yeah,
that was from real life.
Oh wow, you can't tell him anything.
I know it.
He'll use it,
right?
But that's what good writers do.
I know, but we learned that, and so then if he'd walk over, we'd be like, "So stop talking,
because it'll get in there."
Right, and then we told everybody that was always the writers, which usually it was the writers, right?
For sure, they're in there.
Yeah, but occasionally it would be us. So but the thing that was funny was that Nicole's direction to the guy was like liquor. How would I get a rug burn from the tongue? I don't think that would happen.
I just feel like there is a frame where he's legit sucking on your chin. Though.
Okay. But
that I witnessed.
Do you feel like I'd have like an open wound from that?
An open wound.
It didn't bother you? Okay.
It didn't, but it's given TV.
A TV version.
Line.
Yes.
So I'm
TV
not that bumped.
On the street even. Like we're on the street. Like
True.
What could we be doing?
True.
You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah. Not even inside.
Yeah. And also I got my actual rug burn from like a lot of kissing, right? Not a bad kisser, a really good kisser.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there were some
similarities. So it's all kind of real.
It is all kind of real. Because obviously we've all kissed a bad kisser, right?
I'm grateful to not have had that experience.
Really, I think that's because it's women. And women are generally, I think, the good
We don't
kissers.
like to make generalizations. I don't know if I can like confirm that.
I mean.
But I've never had, a bad experience.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. This is me promoting women. This is what they say. They're like, Lena.
I love it. Please go ahead. I'm
like, ladies.
Because as you brought up earlier, it is something more people are now considering in the face of.
Look, because what is straight even?
It's a good point.
Like we're all humans having a human experience.
Absolutely.
What don't let gender get in the way of your.
No, and that's the Miranda storyline.
Yeah. Don't let it get in the way.
No. Be open-minded.
Be open.
You'll live a better life.
That's absolutely true. I'm a testament to that.
I think I am too.
Yeah.
In my own way.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to be.
Still a work in progress.
You don't. We all are.
Yes.
You don't have to be partnered. You don't have to have children. You don't have to get married. You don't have to do a lot of things society tells you to do.
That's right. Lena,
Kristin.
Always such a joy. We want you every week.
Come on, I'm
we
here.
love it so much.
You're amazing.
You're amazing.
Thank you for having me
so
back.
wise and wonderful. I'm just so honored that you're my second repeat. My first repeat, you're my second,
It's
you're
the
my
second
first person to
time.
come twice.
First
yes.
person to come a second time.
And rightly so. You should
Thank
have
you.
a place of honor.
Look, I'm honored. I study the show.
You
studied
do.
it in real time. I continue to study it.
I know it.
I
It's a
love
joy.
it.
It's a joy.
And it's a time capsule for us.
And
it
also,
will
I never
continue to
know
be.
what you're going to say, and I love that so much. I love that you have a point of view that's unique and your own and so well studied, right? It's not like you're like knee jerk. You have a lot of evidence, a lot of deep thought, and I appreciate that so much.
Thank you. I'm grateful that you appreciate it.
When I first asked Lena before we started the podcast, she was like, I wrote to her, you're an encyclopedia. And she was like, well, thank God someone wants that or something like that. And I was like, I do. I want it.
Everybody does it.
I get it, but whatever. I love it.
I love
could
it.
talk
I
to
love
you all
you.
day long.
I know.
I love you too.
I know. They have to wrap us or we just be here.